Hey everybody, it's Armored Hearts. If you don't recognize my name, although you subscribe to me, that's probably because I used to call myself a woman born in blood as my username. But recently, because I have a personal channel and it got demonetized for not having enough viewing hours, and I have more than enough viewing hours on this account, I told my subscribers on my personal channel to come follow me on here, and I'll probably start doing some vlogging and stuff on here, which I think, since a majority of you are following me for my Carrie videos, I think that if you can relate to Carrie, you can probably relate to me, so it may be interesting for some of you and maybe not. But yeah, the reason I changed my username was because I was giving my channel to people who probably didn't realize that a woman born in blood comes from a poster for Carrie rather than being something totally crazy, and I didn't want to freak anyone out. And by the way, I'm pretty sure the woman born in blood is a reference to her menstrual cycle, which the book describes as the trigger for her quote-unquote latent talent. So I figured I would share my theory about the ending of Carrie 2013. So first, in this scene, we see everything is literally falling apart around her, and she's helpless, and she's like, oh my god, what has my life come to? Everything is falling apart. Then Sue comes over and she wants to save Carrie, and so Carrie, I'm assuming what she's trying to do is to read into her soul, like in the book, to see if she was in on the prank or not. But what she ends up realizing is that Sue is pregnant with a girl. And you see, she suddenly gets a glimmer of hope in her eyes, a really happy look on her face, which is a big difference compared to how heartbroken and devastated she was before. And then she pushes Sue gently out of the house so that she wouldn't get hurt, and she remains in the house herself, presumably to die. I'm going to point out, you don't actually see her die in this one. In the 1976 version, you see her die. In this one, you don't actually see her die. I do think she died, but I'm certain her soul did not die. Her soul lived on. And I think that glimmer of hope in her eyes, I'm pretty sure she was looking at Sue realizing she was pregnant with the girl, and I'm pretty sure she realized that would be an opportunity to reincarnate into a new life, to be reborn with a mother who actually was stable and accepting of her. Like, in the beginning, Sue was actually the first one to start throwing tampons at Carrie, but then immediately after, she seemed to feel really bad because she didn't intend for it to get that far, and then she felt really guilty about it the entire rest of the movie. And then, even at the end, she says that what happened to Carrie, what Carrie did was because they pushed her. So she's realized the consequences of her actions and how it can really hurt people, and she's begun to regret it, and she's become a better person for it, and she would probably make a good mother to her child, and that child could be Carrie. Carrie could be reborn into a new happy life. And see, part of what I think, as soon as the house collapses completely, Sue holds her hand over her pregnant stomach, which I think is reflective of Carrie's soul going into the fetus. And then in the first ending of the movie, Sue leaves a flower at Carrie's grave, and Carrie's gravestone says, "Carrie White burns in hell because someone defaced her grave." So while she walked past, that tombstone broke. And I believe that was indicating, that was the energy from the fetus in which Carrie's soul has been transferred. The energy of the fetus destroying the last bit of hatred the world gave onto Carrie. So she's still overcoming the hatred that people have bestowed upon her. And she's lived on, she's not dead. That's why the tombstone breaks. And you know, the alternate ending is pretty creepy. If you haven't watched it, basically, Sue has a nightmare of her giving birth and Carrie's hand comes out of her vagina and grabs her. And it's pretty disturbing. And she's then pictured crying as her mother cuddles and tries to comfort her. You might be surprised, I actually view this as a happy ending. And why? I view it as a happy ending because, of course, Sue is going to have issues. That's undeniable. However, she has her mother's support. Unlike Carrie, Sue actually has her mother's support. So, with her mother's support, I believe they could create a good family for Carrie's new soul to be reborn into. So yeah, that's my theory about the ending of Carrie 2013. I actually find it a very heartening story. I like how in this movie only the bad people die and the good people survive, which I think has a very positive message that you should be nice to people and good things will come to you as well. So yeah, I believe Carrie 2013 actually has a happy ending. That last scene with where she gets Sue out of the house, I cried the first 15 times I watched it. It is both heartbreaking and heartwarming. And I think they both totally deserved an award for that performance. But yeah, so that's my theory. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a good day.